Hello, welcome back to another episode of 4th Grade Mission Memoirs, where 4th graders tell you all about their mission research for their project that they just presented. I'm Miss Hampson, and I'm joined today by Charlie Exxon. Charlie, you want to say hi to everyone?
Hi, everyone.
Awesome. Charlie, what mission were you in charge of for this project?
I was in charge of Mission San José.
Awesome. So we're going to learn a lot about Mission San José from Charlie today, and he wrote some questions and answers, and I'm just going to read the questions, and Charlie's going to share his answers with us. You ready to get started?
Yeah.
Awesome. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the name of the mission, and who founded it?
Mission San José is my mission, and it was founded by a Spanish friar named Fray Fermin Francisco de Lucen.
Awesome. And what year was the mission founded, and what number out of the 21 missions was it built?
It was built in 1797, and it is the 14th mission founded.
Super cool. What did a typical day at the mission look like?
A typical day began right after sunrise. The day started in the church to pray for an hour. At 7 a.m., the workday begun, and it continued until 6 p.m. with only a lunch break and a short siesta.
Awesome. A short siesta sounds kind of nice.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 4. Who lived at the Mission San José?
The Ohlone tribe and the friars lived at the mission. In addition, soldiers also lived there.
Did the Indians enjoy living at the mission?
No, most Indians did not want to live at the mission. They were forced to work a job they did not like. Also, there were those who wished for their old way of life. The Indians were often beaten, jailed, or locked in shackles.
That means they probably didn't enjoy it, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Question number 6. What is the Mission San José famous for?
Mission San José is famous for the revolt headed by Stanislaus. In the year 1824, there was a battle, and Stanislaus was captured, and many wanted him dead. Fray Duran was very compassionate and got the governor to pardon him.
Wow, that does sound very compassionate. And what building did the mission have?
The buildings are the courtyard, country yard, friars' quarters, living quarters, laundry, church, cemetery, vineyard, workshops, and aqueduct.
That's a lot at the mission. It's like its own village. And question number 8. Did the mission have any hardships or difficult times?
First, the friars and the Native Americans had a very difficult relationship. The neophytes wanted to live like they had lived, but the friars kept them at the mission against their will. Next, the revolt in 1829, where Stanislaus and the neophytes went up against the mission soldiers. Last, in 1805, the Spanish soldiers brought measles and smallpox to the mission. Within 5 years, the mission went from 800 people to 545. Last, the mission suffered damage in the devastating earthquake in 1868.
So only a little bit of hardships. Or actually a lot, huh?
Yeah.
And what was the economy like at the mission?
The economy was one of the best in the mission chain. The mission grew enough crops and made enough goods to trade and feed everyone at the mission.
Wow, really self-sustaining. Did the Indians ever gain their freedom?
Yes, in 1834, the Mexican government passed the Act of the Secularization. The mission were taken away from the friars' control and were no longer used to convert California Indians to Christianity. The Indians were free to go.
That makes sense since missions aren't used like that anymore, huh? We can just tour them. All right, and question number 11. What friars were in charge of the mission, and what were they known for?
Fray Buenaventura and Fray Narcisco Duran worked together at the mission for 20 years. They taught the Ohlone Indians trades, such as sewing, blacksmith, and furniture building. In addition, Fray Duran was known for being a naturally gifted musician.
Oh, very cool. And last question for you. What is the mission like today?
It went through reconstruction in the early 1980s. The adobe walls looked brand new. The bedrooms of the missionaries are a small part of a small museum. There are also church services held in the sanctuary.
Very cool. And are there any final thoughts you have about your mission or your project, Charlie?
No.
No? Was it fun to do?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that concludes this episode of the podcast. Thank you, Charlie, for telling us about Mission San Jose. It's interesting to hear you share what you've learned with your research, and you did a great job. All right. We will see you guys next time on another episode of 4th Grade Mission Memoirs. I'm Miss Hampson, and Charlie, you want to say bye to everybody?
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
This episode has been a production of the Capistrano Valley Christian Schools Podcast Network. Capistrano Valley Christian Schools is a Christian JK through 12 school in San Juan Capistrano, California. Be sure to check out, subscribe to, and leave a review of this show and the other shows on our network on your podcast player of choice. Doing so supports the school community in a multitude of ways. For more information about the CVCS Podcast Network or any of our other shows, check out cvcs.org or email podcasts@cvcs.org. On behalf of the whole network, this is Mr. Jasper saying thank you again for listening and stay tuned for more.